We are finally back with UFC content, the first pay-per-view of 2020-25, UFC 311, Islam Makhachev versus Arman. This is the second time fighting. I believe Arman won the first time they fought. And we have a pretty good card to start off the year, so let's jump straight into it. Here we have the early prelims. Not going to talk too much about this. Not sure too many of these names. I do know Ricky. I've seen him fight a little bit. I think he was like in Contender Series or Tough or something like that. I don't remember. Just remember seeing him a little bit. We have the prelims as well. Not going to go too much into the prelims as well. I think this Grant Dawson fight versus Diego Ferreira might be a pretty decent fight. I think these two have been fighting in the UFC for a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, not too much to say about there. So let's just jump straight into the main card. For the first fight of the night, we have Kevin Holland versus Rainier. I believe Rainier de Rizzler. I'm not sure. Rainier de Ritter. But yeah, Kevin Holland versus Rainier. I believe it is from Netherlands. This seems like it's going to be a good card on paper. It seems like pretty even odds. Let's just look at Rainier's past fight history to see a little bit more about him because I'm not too familiar with him. So it only looks like he has one fight in the UFC. He did win it by submission in the third round. Kevin Holland, I do know quite well because he is pretty active. He is coming off a loss though. I don't know. I might have to go with Kevin here. Not too familiar with Rainier, but it seems like it might be a pretty good fight. So yeah, pretty excited about this one, I guess. Just mostly to see Kevin Holland fight. It's always kind of fun watching him fight. Even though he doesn't talk as much anymore, it probably still be an interesting fight. The next fight we have Beneil Dariush versus Renato the Money Beggar Moicano. I'm pretty sure that's his nickname. If not, it probably should be. Every highlight I see, every post-fight interview they post of his, it is him begging for money.
Moicano wants money!
Which, hey, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. But, yeah, always kind of begging for money. I don't know what he's spending his money on. But that's all I see kind of mostly of him. He is a good fighter, though, nonetheless, though. Beneil Dariush is coming off of a loss against Arman. And he also lost to Charles Oliveira as well, which are two of the best in the division, except Islam right now. But yeah, so I don't know. This is kind of a big fight for Renato. Who did he last fight? I know he's coming off of a win. Okay, yeah, so he fought the French dude, Saint Denis. But I don't know. I think I might have to go with Beneil. I feel like Beneil is always kind of slept on a little bit. He did come off of 2 losses. But yeah, those are tough opponents. I don't know. I think he might win this one. I'd like to see him win. Moicano is good, though. I think he won by knockout or something. Oh, no, that was the fight before. TKO, doctor stoppage. I don't think I really... I kind of remember this vividly, but not too much. I don't know. He is doing good, though. I might have to go with Beneil. If not, Renato might drop him. I feel like Moicano does have the possibility of dropping Beneil, but I'm not sure. How did he lose to Arman? Round 1 knockout. So, I mean, we'll have to see how his chin is doing after these 2 knockouts, but I'd like to see him win. Always nice to see kind of the underdog slept on dude win, but Moicano does have a lot of hype, where like the hype train is building upon him, so maybe it would be cool to see him win as well. Not too sure. This one is kind of a toss-up for me, but I might have to go with Beneil Dariush in this one. Yuri Prochazka versus Jamal Hill. Jamal the beggar fights Hill. Jamal can't get enough of Alex Hill. He is in the gym begging Alex for a fight. Doesn't want to spar or go toe-to-toe in the training camp, or, I mean, in the gym. But he is still talking about Alex Pereira. I guess he's dreaming about Alex every night. Not sure what's going on there. But yeah, every highlight of him, he's talking about Alex or doing something, trying to get Alex's attention. He did have that loss. I don't know. I kind of want Yuri to win here. I don't know why Yuri is the underdog here. I mean, Jamal Hill, at the end of the day, Jamal Hill is a tough opponent. He didn't get to where he is by not being good. But Yuri, I mean, Yuri is good. His kryptonite is Alex Pereira. I mean, I feel like everyone in this division's kryptonite is Alex Pereira. But yeah, Yuri is a pretty tough opponent. I feel like Alex just makes him look like he's not good, but Yuri's pretty tough. I might have to go with Yuri here. This might be a little biased if I'm being honest. I don't know if they fought each other. Yeah, I don't think they've ever fought each other. So this might actually be a pretty interesting fight. But I think my prediction for this is Yuri, maybe round 2 knockout, round 1. Benil maybe by decision, or Moicano round 1 or 2 knockout. Kevin Holland probably by decision as well. Maybe submission in round 2. That'd be kind of cool. And a maybe good predict. We have Merab versus Umar Nurmagomedov. They were calling, or Umar has been calling Merab off. Merab said like only certain months on a certain day I would give you maybe a chance or something. I don't know. Seemed like he was dunking Umar, but they made the fight happen. I'm not sure why Merab would probably be ducking Umar. Maybe he knows that Umar is a very tough opponent, and it seems like that on paper, Umar is the favorite against the champ. I'm not sure who's going to win this fight. Umar is pretty tough. I haven't seen too much of his fights, though, if I'm being honest. Merab did do good against Sean O'Malley. Yeah, he made Sean look pretty easy. It was kind of a boring fight, but it was mostly because Merab was dominating the fight. Sean O'Malley got a little defensive, said that he won that fight. Not sure what was going on in his head. I mean, first he was being humble about it, then I guess he watched the replay and thought he won. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. Merab is fighting to defend his belt against Umar. This one as well, I don't know really who to go for. I mean, I don't really mind either of them winning. I don't know too much about Umar. I just know that he is a pretty tough opponent. I mean, he's 18-0. But yeah, Merab is pretty good as well. I hope this fight isn't boring. I feel like maybe it might be a stand-up fight just because they both are good on the ground and the clinch and stuff like that. So hopefully it is a good striking match. And if it is a good striking match, I might have to go with Merab here. But if it goes to the ground, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Who do you guys think wins this fight? Umar's takedown defense, 100%. That's pretty good. Takedown accuracy, 50. I don't know. Maybe if it goes to the ground, Umar wins. But if it stands, Merab, maybe. My prediction might be, it might be Umar by decision. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully it's a more interesting fight. Or at least if it does go to decisions, it's a fun, interesting fight. Yeah, but maybe Merab, the back kisser, might win this one. So we'll have to see. Islam Makhachev versus Arman. Might be a little biased, but if Oliveira in that fight won 5 rounds, I think he would have won it. I think maybe a lot of people might agree with that. But yeah, split decision win against Charles Oliveira, and now he is fighting for the belt. Not too much to say about that, but he did beat Islam back in the good old days, I guess you could say. I don't even know when that is. Jeez, it was like his first fight, 2019, by decision. I haven't seen that fight or any highlights from that fight. But yeah, I mean, a win is a win, I guess, and it wasn't split decision, so I guess he did pretty good against Islam. But that was a few years ago. They are different fighters now. Islam is a pretty tough opponent. Islam is probably going to win this fight. Not sure how. I don't know if it's going to go to the ground. Maybe it might for a little bit, but it's probably going to be a stand-up fight as well. I don't know. I mean, they're both pretty good fighters. Maybe Islam round 3 submission, round 4 submission, Arman round 2 knockout maybe. Nah, I don't think he knocks out Islam. I'm trolling. I don't know. Maybe Islam round 4 knockout maybe. That'd be exciting. And I'd like to see maybe Arman win just so Charles fights Arman for the belt. I feel like that fight might be, I mean, a little better odds for Charles to win. But Islam's trying to take that fight. I don't know if Charles beats Islam again, or if Charles beats Islam the next time they fight. But that probably will be the next fight that happens, unless like Ilya Taporia is trying to talk about chasing money fights or something like that and trying to move up or something. Not really sure what's happening there though. But yeah, not too much else to say. That's all the fights I want to go over. Let me know what you guys think about the first pay-per-view of 2020-25 and who you guys have winning, Islam or Arman, and who you guys have winning in all the other fights as well. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, smack that subscribe button as well. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to stay fresh.